everyone, I'm Abby Lyons and I'm going to show you how to play You've Got a Friend in Me from Toy Story, written by Randy Newman. There's a lead sheet in the description if you want to download that and follow along. So we've got a good amount of chords in the song. They're all down here. If you already know them, then feel free to skip ahead. So our first chord is C. You're just going to put your third finger on the third fret of the first string. Here's C. Then our next chord is called G augmented. You're going to put your first finger on the second fret of the first string, then your second finger on the third fret of the third string, and your third finger on the third fret of the second string. Here's G augmented. Then our next chord is C7. You'll put your first finger on the first fret of the first string. Here's C7. Then our next chord is F. You'll put your first finger on the first fret of the second string and your second finger on the second fret of the fourth string. Here's F. Then we've got D7. So you'll put your first finger on the second fret of the fourth string and your second finger on the second fret of the second string. Here's D7. Then our next chord is E7. You'll put your first finger on the first fret of the fourth string, your second finger on the second fret of the third string, and your third finger on the second fret of the first string. Here's E7. Then we've got A minor. You'll just put your second finger on the second fret of the fourth string. Here's A minor. Then we've got G. You'll put your first finger on the second fret of the third string, second finger on the second fret of the first string, and your third finger on the third fret of the second string. And here's G. Then we've got A7. You'll put your first finger on the first fret of the third string. Here's A7. Then we've got B7. You'll put your first finger on the second fret of the second string, second finger on the third fret of the third string, and your third finger on the fourth fret of the fourth string. And here's B7. Then we have E minor. You're going to take this shape and just scoot all the fingers over by one string. And then here's E minor. And then our very last chord is D minor. You're going to put your first finger on the first fret of the second string, second finger on the second fret of the fourth string, and your third finger on the second fret of the third string. Here's D minor. And those are all of our chords. For our strumming pattern, we're just going to do down, down, up. Here's what that sounds like. Down, down, up. Yay! So we're going to start the verse off with a C chord. We've got down, down, up. Then we go to our G augmented, back to C, and then we have C7. And then in our second line, we're going to go to F, and then D7, and then C, and C7 again. So that much sounds like this. You've got a friend in me. You've got a friend in me. So then our next part, we've got 4 chords. We're going to go to F, then C, and then E7, and then A minor. And that gets repeated 3 times. So here's what that sounds like. When the road looks rough ahead and you're miles and miles from a nice warm bed, you just remember what your old pal said. And then in our next part, we've got D7, and then G, and then C, and A7. And then that gets repeated, except we don't play A7 on the second time. So here's that ending part to the verse. Boy, you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. And then that verse gets repeated, and then we go into the bridge. So now going into the bridge, we're going to start with F with 2 F chords. So down, down, up, and then B7 chords, down, down, up, down, down, up. Then just one C chord, and one B7 chord, and then two more on C. So here's that much. Some other folks might be a little bit smarter than I am, bigger and stronger too, maybe. And then we're gonna go to 4 B7 chords. So we're on it for a while. And then we're gonna go to 1 E minor chord, then A7, then D minor, and then G. So here's the second half of the bridge. But none of them will ever love you the way I do. It's me and you, boy. And then after the bridge, you would go back to the verse. And that's how you play You've Got a Friend in Me. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe for more music. I also do original songs and covers, so if you want to check those out, they're on my channel. Also, there's a link to my Patreon page below, and if you like these videos, please consider donating to help support the channel. And lastly, this channel is getting so close to 10,000 subscribers, which is crazy. That's so many people. And I'm working on getting a giveaway together for when that happens. So if you want to be part of the giveaway, stay tuned. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye!